Hello and welcome to the show. Thank you for joining me wherever you may be catching this broadcast. Let me know you're here so that I can send you some love and answer any questions that you might have. My name is Cindy. I am a quantum numerologist and wealth activator, and I am passionate about the creation of wealth on the planet. And I believe that comes through the hands of those who give a fuck. The healers, the change makers, the coaches, those of you who are out there in the trenches doing the good work, wanting the world to be a better place, wanting unity consciousness. And it's time for you to have more wealth and experience more wealth. And yes, that includes money too. So just like we can predict the weather, so too can we predict the energetic influences that we'll be experiencing in the time ahead so that we can leverage that to our advantage and use that leverage to activate more wealth in our business, in our lives, in our adventures, in all the things that we're doing. So this week, August 23rd, for this week coming ahead, we've got this energy coming through of looking for a hero. And it's funny because I was just listening to the song by Bonnie Riot, I think, called Holding Out for a Hero right before I came live. And collectively, as a society, we are hoping and praying that somebody's going to come along and be our hero and save us. And that's simply not going to happen. So this coming week, we've got a lot of mental energy occurring. We've got a lot of completion of old patterns, but we've also got a lot of attachment to old patterns. So collectively, we're moving into a time where the outside world is showing us heaps of evidence of what we've created. And we don't necessarily love it, right? The collective mind is caught in a loop where we're continuing to perpetuate the pandemic. We're continuing to perpetuate war. We're continuing to perpetuate lockdowns and all of these things, anxiety, depression. There's so many things. And collectively as a society, we're caught in this loop and around and around and around we go. Now, the only way to interrupt that loop is to first and foremost recognize that we put ourselves here. We made, as a society, a series of decisions that brought us to where we are right now. And we can either choose to fight against it or surrender to it and love it all. Now, if you believe in unity consciousness, if you feel what unity consciousness can be, you will know that the surrender and the loving of all of it is the only pathway through. So this week, we've got this really powerful mental energy coming through. We've got this Aquarius full moon happening on Sunday. That's going to feed into the beginning of this week. We've got really need to focus on what it is that we're choosing. Are we choosing to focus on all of the things that we don't love and perpetuate that and expand it and amplify that for more? Or are we choosing to focus on the fact that we can have whatever the fuck we want if we just simply decide that we can have it? It is time for us to go back inside. What we're seeing in the outside world is not true. It's all an illusion. It is all this video game that the world is playing, and half of us don't know the fucking rules. It is time for us to go inside and integrate the knowledge of our own worth, of our own value, to understand that when you feel wealthy on the inside, your outside world starts to reflect that. When you feel love and connection on the inside, your outside world starts to reflect that. When you feel vital and energized on the inside and you create the emotion of that, your outside world starts to reflect that. It's not about, I need to take the right actions and fight the right fight and do the right thing. No, shut that down. That is a mental loop that we're all caught in. It's the fucking mountain that I talk about all the time. There is no fucking mountain except the one that you've created in your mind. So it is time to come into unity consciousness, to understand that Every single thing you see in the outside world is a direct reflection of what's happening on the inside. So if you don't like your finances, go back inside. If you don't like your environment, go back inside. If you don't like your relationship, go back inside. If you feel like you don't belong, if you feel like you're not connected, if you feel like you can never make it as an entrepreneur, stop, drop, go back inside. That is the only place that you can create that. You have the ability to have, be, and do anything you fucking desire, period. All you have to do is choose that you can have it. So go back inside. Ignore the outside world. You do not need to know what's happening in the news. You do not need to understand what's going on out there. You do not need to focus on the COVID and the lockdowns and the wars and all the things. Shut that out. Go back inside and create from the inside. You are a creator and you can have anything you fucking want. I hope you have an incredible week. I love you. I believe in you. And I see your power. Bye for now.